Hi everyone, welcome back. So today I'm taking a look at this Ezy-Aid first aid kit, and this video is going to be pretty quick. I'm probably not even going to edit this, just a little video to show you guys what's inside this and let you guys know my thoughts, but I'm not a doctor, I'm not a trained professional in first aid, I'm not trained in first aid at all, so anything I say in this video is just one guy looking at a thing and going, I think this is good, or I think this is not good, or whatever. Completely just one idiot's opinions, so if I say something wrong here, then apologize. So the case that this comes in is, I guess, good for just sort of being what it is, like a first aid kit, but it doesn't feel like something you'd want to like reuse many times. It feels like, you know, it's going to hold it just fine, but it's not like amazing quality. And and Ezy-Aid, they do sell kits that come in these bags, and they do sell these bags alone. I bought this on Amazon. They're really affordable. It's about £5 shipped, or $5.50 or something like that. And they come in different sizes, different colors. I love them. I've only tried the big one so far, but I will try the smaller ones as well. And they come in 3 colors as well. So you can get them empty, you can get them full of stuff, like, you know, full of first aid stuff. And I'm using this as something completely different, just because I love the bag, and, you know, it's fantastic quality, something that's actually, you know, much nicer potentially to reuse. And so this, I've already made a video about this bag that doesn't come with, like, I bought this without first aid stuff, but I will have links below to, if you want to get like this kind of bag with first aid stuff as well from the same company. But obviously the ingredients inside, the stuff inside is probably going to be different for the different kit. So let's take a look at what's inside this one. It was packaged kind of similar to this. I've already opened this up and like played around with a bunch of this stuff. What you see here is just me testing it to see if I think it's whatever, just try it out. And it's not blood, it's tomato sauce. I put tomato sauce on my hand and then put bandages over it, just, you know, to make it a bit more realistic, I guess. And I was able to do that actually really easily. I was able to do all the bandaging and whatever with the other hand while not spilling the tomato sauce on everything. So yeah, I was quite pleased with that. So these were packaged like that separately. These are breathalyzer thingies. What it says on the packet is it says it's a pack of 2, 99% accurate. It says it's certified, but on the back it doesn't have a UK flag. So I don't know if that means whether it's not UK certified or whatever. I have no clue, but this gives you examples of sort of a guide of how much, you know, if this shows pink, pinker, or pinker, how much that means for different countries, that kind of thing. But it doesn't have a UK little flag on that. So anyways, I didn't read all this, but they seem to be really useful little things. They seem good, and I think what it says on there is you need to press it so that it breaks the seal, and then you use it, something like that. So yeah, I think this is cool that they included it. Actually, in my opinion, a very useful thing to have, obviously, in a car kit. And okay, so this thing opens up like that, and it's got a plastic thing. So, you know, like I said, this case is not amazing, but for what it is, I think it's perfectly usable. And there's no separators inside the case itself, but it comes with a plastic separator, which is just sort of a plastic bag with 4 pockets, 2 there and 2 there. It came with 2 very basic first aid sort of guides, I guess you would call it. One of them black and white, and one of them has color pictures. And I didn't read these, so I have no idea. I mean, they're really, really simple. Like, you know, it just has a photo, and then it's got a bunch of different languages, and it says like English somewhere, and then it'll say that. It's like one line. So really, really simple, just like one line about that specific thing. And then it's got scissors, actually really nice quality. They cut every single thing I've tried, the packaging, the plasters, the gauze, they cut it. Just first try, they were cutting through really nice and easy. So pleased with that, because I've got a first aid kit in the kitchen, a really old one, and the scissors in there are terrible. They won't cut through anything. So this is a nice little upgrade. And the tip on that is, on these sides it's not sharp, but there is a sharp tip there. So I guess, you know, when you're cutting, it's not gonna, the sharp tip is not gonna hit, but there is a little bit of a sharp tip, which maybe could be useful if you're trying to make a cut Obviously not against someone's hand, but if you're trying to make a cut that way, then it could be nice to have that tip there, I guess. And I've got a little bag of plasters. I would have liked to see more plasters in this, because I use plasters. I mean, I don't cut myself all the time, but, you know, it can happen that I, you know, whatever, scrape my hand on something or whatever. So this is the most common thing that I'll use. I've never had to bandage my hand up from a real injury. So the only injuries I've actually had have needed plasters. And so I think the amount that they put in here, I mean, it's going to be usable, but I find that plasters are something I use a lot. But that's fine, because I mean, I anyways just buy separate packs of plasters. What's in here is some ones already cut up, and I'll show you guys how this cuts. So this is fairly thick little thing, so that cuts through that just fine. If I want to make a thin one or whatever, it cuts through it nicely. And then these, which were pre-cut, and they seem, that's quite a long one, so it's a small thing there, and then a long sticky strip, which I've never seen before. And then some separate plasters, 2 there, 1 slightly bigger one, 4 medium-sized ones, and then a few of these ones that you can cut or just use as really big ones. And then foil blanket, which I thought was a really nice addition to here. So this is a 100 by 200, sorry, 160, bad lighting in here, 160 by 210. So yeah, that's, I guess, you know, a pretty good size, nice and lightweight. And actually, this is going to go in my emergency kit. Nice little extra for that. So then we've got some bandages and gauze and that kind of thing. I'm going to try and tell you what each one of these says. So triangular bandage, and then this fixative bandages. A few of these are the same, but a lot of them are different. This one is fixative bandages of a different size. This is also fixative bandage, not a large one. And fixative bandage. And triangular bandage. So there's 2 of those. There's 4 gloves in there, which fit quite nicely. So let's open these up and try them out. I've already put one of these on, which I think was that one. And so they go on pretty nicely and nice and easy to put on. And they you know, they feel like nice quality ones. I've got various gloves that I use for cleaning, and these are one of the nicer ones that I've seen. And with enough space for, you know, if you've got quite chunky hands, there's I guess a good amount of space. Maybe someone with huge hands, this might be a bit too tight, but it seems pretty good. Some tape, which seemed good. Let's do a little test on here and see how well this holds. Over here it's holding nicely, but let's actually open another piece and do a little test of how well it holds. Fairly easy to open, and once I put that on there, it's holding pretty well. I mean, that's, I guess, what I would expect from that. So yeah, so that's good. And, oh, and easy to cut by hand, which is nice. It's like a paper tape, so that's nice. And then this one's the one I used for this. I don't know what that was called, gauze or something, bandage. We've got 2 cleaning wipes, which I think would be nice if they had more cleaning wipes in there. But 2 big ones, I guess, is fine. I've actually got some other ones from I've got a bunch of wipes separately, as in like separately, things like this that I bought separately. And what's this? This is compressive bandage. And we've got a few big things in here. So we've got compress, dressing, and another compress. And then so this thing, you could take it out, I guess, or you can keep it in. I guess it's more useful to keep it in since, like I said, this is more of a, not really a thing that's intended to be reused over and over, that kind of thing. It's more just sort of an emergency kit. So then over here we've got a compressive bandage in a little thing that's easy to open like that. So that's quite nice. And let's actually open one of these, show you guys this. So that feels really nice quality. Let's see how strong it is. Yep, not ripping. So yeah, feels, you know, nice. And one thing is with this one, the other one I was using, is it was this material, which is slightly different from that, was when I was trying to sort of use it, the little strings on it are really sticking to like any like hard bit of skin on my hand. These strings are sort of sticking to it. It was worse on my right hand when my hands were a bit drier. And so that was kind of annoying. Not really a big issue, but it was just kind of constantly sticking to my hand and I had to like pull my hand away. I guess it's kind of hard for you guys to see in the video, but yeah, anyways, just kind of annoying. And then this is compressive bandage. And that, I believe, is pretty much it. And I haven't tested these, but I might do a separate video about that, even though it won't be scientific. It would just be me drinking some booze and trying these. But I don't drink very often, so maybe I'll get a chance to do that at some point. So that's been my my little video about this first aid kit. I hope you found this useful. Once again, I'm not a doctor. I'm not trained in first aid in any way. Everything I said here was just sort of me just looking at this and saying what I think. And so my conclusion is it's pretty nice. I guess there's some things that could be added to it. Maybe something like something for burns. I've seen that you get like gel packets or sort of strips that you put on burns. I think that'd be a good addition to this. And I don't know what else, because I haven't really used many first aid kits. I've used really cheap ones, cheap little tiny ones, and I've used ones that I bought my own, I bought plasters separately and I bought cleaning bandages separately and made my own little first aid kit. And I've used just like the one that came in a box that was years ago. And this one I think is definitely better than that one. But I've not used any professional ones, so me looking at this and sort of saying this is just what I think about it. And let's actually, before I go, a few more tests with the scissors. You can see that it opens up the package as well and cuts the paper nicely. So yeah, it's pretty nice. Cuts the tape, I think. Yep, cuts the tape. And the bandage cuts that nicely. As you can see, even on this, the material, the little strings on that are sort of getting stuck. So that was doing the same thing with my hand earlier. I'm not sure why. But yeah, okay. So nice and easy to cut with the scissors, which is nice, I think. But as you can see, it's getting stuck. Anyways, I hope you found this useful. I'm not a doctor. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.